Hi everyone. Good evening.
Hi, Arpita.
Hi, Arpita. Good morning.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys has studied well yesterday. Any doubt on that? Hello?
Yes, Arpita.
Yes,
Yeah,
I was just looking at the schemas, the star schema and the snowflake schema. I got
okay.
confused in that.
Okay, we'll do one thing. Today, before I'll wrap up, right? I'll explain you again the star schema and snowflake schema.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Apart from that, any doubt?
Yes, Arpita. If you can explain SCD2 again after the class.
SCD2. Okay, SCD2 and Starflex, Snowflake schema, probably 15 minutes before I'll end up the session, I'll explain it.
Thank you.
Okay, so shall I ask few questions?
Okay, Arpita.
Okay, so let me pick someone. Okay, so Devina, can you say what is the difference between OLTP and OLAF?
OLTP is an application-oriented data. It stores current data, volatile data, and detailed data. OLAP is a subject-oriented database. It stores historical data, summary data, and non-volatile data.
Okay, anyone else? Let me pick the name. Okay, Priya, can you tell what is OLTP and OLAF difference?
OLTP is designed to support business transactional processing. OLAP is for decision-making process, and it is application-oriented data, and OLAP is subject-oriented data, and OLTP is having current data, while OLAP is having historical data, and it's a volatile data, and OLAP is non-volatile. For OLTP, we use many joins. For OLAP, we use less joins.
OLTP is normalized data, whereas OLAP is denormalized data. And whenever you guys are saying OLTP and OLAP, you need to say OLTP stands for online transactional processing and OLAP stands for online analytical processing. OLTP deals with the day-to-day business transactions. OLAP contains the historical data. OLTP having ER's entity relation schema. OLAP is having the star snowflake schema. Okay, OLTP is used for the running the business. OLAP is used for the analyze the business. That's all. Then next question goes to what is the dimension and fact? So whom should I ask? Okay, Parveen, can you tell what is the difference between dimension and fact? Hello? Could you please unmute yourself?
No, yeah. I'm just trying to recall, Arpita.
Anyone else? Ashwini, can you
I
say?
don't know.
Ashwini, are you
Arpita.
there?
Yes,
Yeah.
Arpita.
Can you say what is dimension and fact?
Yeah, dimension table has descriptive data, and fact table has a summarized dimension Some of the I'm sorry.
Fact table contains the
Contain-
measures which will be
measures,
used for the
yes.
analyzing the business data.
Analyzing, yes.
Okay, and fact table and dimension table will build the relationship between the primary and foreign key. Fact table contains lot of foreign key and will be joining with dimensions using the primary key of dimensions will be joining with the foreign key of fact tables.
Fact
So
tables.
what are the type of dimension table? Haima, can you tell what is the type of dimension table? What are the type of dimension you have?
Type of dimension. Is this physical data and I don't recall it.
No, that is data modeling. Dimensions are of 4 types, like confirmed dimension, junk dimensions, then role-playing dimension, degenerative dimension, and slowly changing dimension. Confirmed dimension is the dimensions which shared across multiple fact table. For example, you have a fact called fact order. So fact order will be having fact order. You can find the customer and product key. Then you will be having the date key. So this particular customer dimension is shared across the fact table. So that is called the confirmed dimension. Degenerative dimension is the dimension which is dimension in nature but stored in the fact table. So sometimes we do not need to build a separate dimension for that particular dimensions. So that time we'll store the values in the fact table, even though it is in dimension in nature, but we'll be storing that in a fact table. For example, invoice number. Invoice number is a dimension, but we do not want to build a separate table for dimension for invoice number. So we'll be storing it in the fact invoice line table. So that is called degenerative dimensions. Next, coming to this is role-playing dimensions. Role-playing dimension is the dimensions which will be having if you join with the fact table, it will be having different meaning for different attributes. For example, if you are joining order date key with the date dimensions, then you will be getting order date. If you are joining ship date key with the date dimension, you will be having ship date. So this is called as a role playing dimensions. Like the date dimension will be playing different roles when we are joining with the particular fact tables.
So here,
Pardon?
joining the dimension, role play dimension with the fact table dimension.
Role play dimension example is the date dimension. Suppose in your fact order, you will be having due date key, order date key, then delivery date key, ship date key. To get the date due date, you need to join due date key with the date key of date dimension table. So when you are joining due date key with the date dimension table, you are getting due date values. Similarly, when for order date key, when to get the order date, you are joining order date key with the date dimension table. So you will be getting order date. So this particular date dimension is playing multiple role when we are joining with the different key values present in the fact table. So that is called date dimension. That is called role playing dimensions.
Okay.
Now coming to the SCD. So let me explain SCD here itself. I am telling you that. Okay, let's do the junk dimension first. Junk dimension are the dimension will be having small dimension. For that we do not want to create a separate dimensions. For example, you are storing in the you are storing some status value in one dimension, order status key, then the flag like enabled flag, all these stuffs. So that particular, for that we are not going to create separate dimension that will accommodate in some other dimension. That sort of dimensions are called junk dimensions. Now SCD. So let me explain SCD again. So let me share my screen. Yeah.
Actually, fact dimension types are not available in the PDF, Arpita.
Dimension
Yes,
type are
Arpita.
not there. I'll send it. Okay.
Fact
Yeah.
also is not there.
Okay, fact is also not there. Okay, fine. Okay, now let me explain the SCD, then I will go for the fact also I'll tell again. So, SCD, what is SCD? SCD is the slowly changing dimension. The dimension that is changes slowly over a period of time is called slow changing dimensions. For example, there is an employee. You have a table, employee ID. Let me, or else, yeah, see in the PPT itself. Acha, SCD, see here, this is slow changing dimension is the dimension which changes slowly over a period of time. So SCD is basically three types, SCD 1, 2, 3. SCD 1 is suppose the customer name Rahul who is living in the US in London and he is moved to Paris. So in SCD1, we'll be retaining only the current data, will not maintain the history data in SCD1. Suppose Rahul was staying in 2003 in London and he moved to Paris, then this particular value, this location will be replaced with Paris and the year will be replaced with 2005 because he has moved from London to Paris in 2005. So these value itself, this particular record itself will modify in the SCD1, will be having the latest record, will not maintain any history. That is SCD1. So next is SCD2. See here, he has moved from Paris to London. So we'll be having these record in our data warehouse. Will not be having the old data, whatever he was there before. Before Paris, where Rahul was staying before, that details will not be having in SCD1. It will replace the old entity with the new entry. Similarly, for SCD2 will be maintaining all the history where Rahul was staying for past 10 years or whatever data, how many years data we are maintaining in data warehouse, all the entries will be there in SCD2. SCD2 will be having all the entities. For example, here you can see Rahul was in 2003 in London and he moved to 2005 in Paris. So both the details will be there in this table. Apart from that, we'll be having three flags that is called here you'll right hand side of the London, you will find a created date time, then you will be find a update date time and one active flag will be there. So Rahul has moved from London to Paris. The first record is no longer valid. So our active flag will be N. It is not an active record. So, but Paris is a current active record. He is staying current location of Rahul is in Paris. So it will be Y. So this is our latest record and it is the active record. Okay, clear SCD2?
So it's gonna save all the historical data,
All
but
the historical data. Suppose my data warehouse, I have 10 years data. So within 10 years, whatever the address details are there for the particular customer name Rahul, you will be having all the details in the SCD2. But when you are when you are querying the data, next year you will put a where clause saying that active flag should be 1, or else you will be getting duplicate record, like we'll be getting inactive data as well. So whenever you are querying the data, you need to, for SCD2, you need to mention that the active flag is 1 in the where clause. Okay?
Okay.
So now again, let me explain stars. Okay, let's go to the next question. What is fact table? Can anyone tell me what is fact table?
Fact table contains numerical value, numerical data.
Numerical data. It's basically contain the measures numerical data. And what are the type of fact? Fact are of three types: additive, semi-additive, non-additive fact. Additive fact are the fact which is added across the dimension. For example, sales amount. Sales amount, we can calculate the sales amount based on the customer ID. So this is additive fact. There are then semi-additive fact. There are few dimensions which cannot be added across the, there are few measures which cannot be added across the dimension. For example, I can calculate the unit price based on the customer wise, and the product wise also I can calculate, but the date wise if I'll calculate, it doesn't make any sense. So in this case, it is a semi-additive fact. What is non-additive fact? There are few measures which cannot be calculated against any dimensions, across any dimension. For example, profit, discount, temperature. This doesn't make any sense if we are adding it, we are summing it up, we are aggregating the values. So that all are called non-additive fact. So can anyone say what are the type of fact table?
Additive, semi-additive.
Additive, semi-additive, non-additive.
No, that is not type of fact table, that is type of fact. That is additive,
Transactional.
semi-additive, non-additive are the type of fact. Coming to the type of fact table, fact tables are of three types. That is your transactional fact table, periodic snapshot,
Cumulative.
and fourth one is the, I think it
Cumulative
is,
fact.
fourth one
Factless
is,
factor.
third one is the, let me see when.
Transactional, periodical. Second one is
Yeah, and the snapshot, I think.
snapshot.
Yeah.
Cumulated, right?
Accumulated fact. So transactional fact is the fact which is having one row per transaction. It means you will be having all the data per date wise data you will be having in transactional fact. Coming to the periodic fact, it will keep the data for aggregation wise. Like you will be having aggregated data like week wise transaction, monthly transaction, yearly transaction, quarterly transactions. So that of details will be there in the periodic fact. One row per summarized data. It will be there in periodic fact. Coming to the accumulated fact will be in the life cycle process. Like in order you have placed and the order life cycle, like starting from the created, then it is picked, then it is like shipped, delivered, then settled. All the life cycle of a process. It can be like it can be like your billing cycle, or it can be any inventory cycle, anything which is related to the life cycle process. It will show the beginning and end of an activity. That is called accumulated fact table. Then coming to the factless fact, there are few fact which will be fact in nature, but it doesn't store any major values. For example, employee registration. In employee registration, you will be having employee details, the like number of employees, then employee, how many training he has taken. These all details will be there. So when we sum up all these values, that doesn't make any sense. So that is factless fact. It is fact in nature, but it doesn't contain any numerical values. Okay. Now coming to the star schema and snowflake schema. Can anyone say what is star schema and what is the difference between star and snowflake schema?
Star schema was relationship between dimension and fact table.
If someone will ask, you should not tell like that. You will say that the fact table surrounded by denormalized dimension table, it is called star schema. Whereas the fact table surrounded by the normalized dimension table, it means the fact table will be surrounded to the dimension table, and dimension table will be further divided into the another dimension table. So it will become normalized. So that sort of schema is called the star schema. Snowflake schema. Star schema contain denormalized data, whereas the snowflake schema contain normalized data. For example, star schema, you can see this is the star schema. So who was having doubt, please concentrate. So this is your fact table. The sales table is nothing but your Fact table. So fact table will be having different key like product ID, customer ID, whatever you are saying, stores ID. These all are the foreign key of it is the primary key in foreign fact table, but it is the foreign key for the dimension table. So these particular product ID will be building the relationship with the product tables. Okay. And the customer ID will be building relationship with the customer table. Then store ID with the store table, and date will be date key. So this particular fact table is surrounded by the dimension table and looks like a star. Then we say that a star schema. It is generally denormalized in nature. It is not the, it doesn't contain, it contains lot of redundant data. So it is denormalized in nature. Whereas snowflake schema, you see here, this is my fact table, this is the product table, this is time, location, and customer. But you see the customer table again divided into one more table. Like we are normalizing the customer data. So we divided the customer data to one more table to make it normalized, to reduce the redundancy of this. So that you can see this customer table, it is divided, it is again normalized to customer type table. And this table has relationship between the customer and customer type with customer type ID. Similarly, location table is divided again further normalized into territory table. So the in this case, the fact table surrounded by the dimension table and dimension table further normalized into the another dimension table. That sort of schema is called snowflake schema. Clear? Who was having doubt? Are you able to understand?
Yes, Arpita, I got it. Thank you.
Now the fact constellation schema, basically this is not important, but let me tell you what is fact constellation schema. So fact constellation schema where the two more than one fact table surrounded by the dimension table. Here you can see we have two fact table. Sorry. We have two fact table. We have two fact table. One is the sales fact, one is the purchase fact. So sales fact will be surrounded by the customer dimension, store dimension, date dimension, and product dimension. And purchase fact is surrounded by the date dimension, product dimension, supplier, and payment dimension. So these particular, the two fact tables surrounded by the multiple dimension table and looks like a bridge, then it is called the fact constellation schema or bridge schema. Clear?
Arpita, I don't think this one's there in the PDF as well. This fact constellation.
Let me share with you type of fact table, dimension table, and the schema also I'll share again. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now coming to the dimensional modeling. Can anyone say what are the dimensional modeling we have?
Conceptual, logical, and physical, or that's
Conceptual,
data
logical,
model.
and physical model. So conceptual model, what is there? Conceptual model. So conceptual model will be defining only the entity. Entity means table. First we'll be defining only the entity in conceptual model. Logical model will be defining the relationship like primary key, foreign key relationship, table, its attribute name. All these stuffs will be defining in the conceptual model. Then coming to the physical model. In physical model, see, in conceptual model, you have entity name. Okay. And then logical model, you have entity name, relationships, and attributes, primary key, foreign key. Then in physical model, you will be having primary key, foreign key, table name, column name, and its data type. So this is your physical model. Clear or anyone has doubt? It's very simple. Conceptual model, it is the basic model. You will be having only entity and its relationship. Entity name and relationship. Logical name, logical table, entity name, relationship, attributes, primary key, foreign key. All these details will be there. And physical, primary key, foreign key, table name, column name, data type. Clear?
Yes, Arpita.
Can anyone say what is the conceptual model and logical model? Who will be saying? Let me pick it. Raj Kumari, can you say?
Yes, Arpita.
Yeah, can you say what is the difference between conceptual, logical, and physical model?
Conceptual has the entity values and plus
Entity and entities relationship.
yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then logical has entity relationship and
Primary, foreign key relationship.
yeah.
Okay. And the
yeah.
conceptual and the physical has, you will be having table name, attributes, column name, primary key, foreign key relationship, and data types.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. The next one is yesterday I teach you normalization. Can anyone say what is normalization and type of normalization? Let me pick who will say. Priya, can you say what is the, I think yesterday she was not there. So Prachi, can you say what is the normalization?
Actually, I was in the class.
Okay,
Prachi
okay.
wasn't there.
I think Prachi was
Yeah,
not there.
I was
Yeah,
absent.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Priya, can you say what is normalization, type of normalization?
Yeah, normalization is a database technique that reduces redundancy and dependency of data to increase the efficiency and integrity of database. First normalization, it is said to be 1NF and each cell should have unique value. Next is
Okay.
second normal form. The table is said to be 2NF and its relation, it should follow 1NF. And
It should be in 1NF and each table should have a primary key. Third NF will be, there should not be, the table is said to be in third NF, it should follow both 1NF and 2NF, and table should not have any transitive dependency between the tables. Then the BCNF is, if a table has to follow 1 and 2NF, 3NF, and if table has more than one candidate key, then the table should be reduced to only single candidate key, that is BCNF. So till normalization, BCNF, everything is clear, and tomorrow again I'll ask the same question to you. Every day I'll spend 10 to 15 minutes for asking the question. So please guys, go ahead, go read properly, and every day I'll ask few questions, okay? So let's discuss today's topic. Today I'm going to, yesterday we have discussed like ASCII, LTRIM, RTRIM. Yeah.
could you please explain the candidate key? What does it mean?
Candidate key is like a non-primary key. We will be having one primary key, but rest of the things are we called it as a candidate key.
Okay.
Okay.
Arpita, one more doubt.
Yeah.
Second normalization, we said remove the partial dependency, right?
You can say that one, but you can say that each table have one primary key.
Yeah. I have a doubt here. We are using two tables, and we sometimes in second normalization, we give the
See
foreign
one,
key and
if it is there, if the data is there in multiple table, we are normalized into the we are normalizing the data, so we are dividing the data into multiple tables.
yeah, there should be, if multiple tables are there, there should be a dependency in each table, right? One table is dependent on other table. How we can say that remove partial?
We are building the primary key foreign key relationship, right? Each table should
Yeah.
have a primary key. So because of that, the second normalization is each table should have a primary key. So to make primary key foreign key relationship, we are dividing the same data to the multiple table to normalize the data. There will be some redundant data. If we put same data in one table, the data will be keep on repeating. To avoid that, we are dividing the data into two tables. We are creating the primary key in each table, and we are building the relationship between the two tables.
Okay.
So redundant data means duplicate data or repeating
Data
data?
warehouse contain duplicates data.
Okay.
We'll do cleaning for that. We'll discuss details in the data warehouse, what all the cleaning process we do. Data warehouse contains duplicate data. It is redundant data. It is denormalized data.
Okay.
but we do cleaning in the data warehouse. In staging area, we do all the cleaning, scrubbing, purging, archiving, all these stuffs we'll do in the staging area.
Okay.
So yesterday we are there with the functions. Yes. Let me share my screen. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. So yesterday we have discussed about the function like ASCII, then car we have discussed, then LTrim, RTrim, lower, upper, we have discussed so far. So what ASCII does? ASCII will convert the your ASCII, the character to the ASCII value. For example, if you'll write select ASCII A, sorry. Select ASCII A, so it will give you the ASCII value of, sorry, I have written the wrong, it is ASCII. So it will give you the ASCII value for this particular things. You will be getting the ASCII value of a character. Okay. Then next one is what is char function does? It converts the ASCII value to the character. So for example, if I'll put select char 65, it will return the A to me. It will give the corresponding ASCII values. What does LTrim does? Suppose it will remove any blank spaces present in the left hand side. So suppose I'm writing select SQL tutorial. So what it will do? It is removing. See, I have given hyphen to make you understand so that you will come to know. See there, whatever the before hyphen, whatever the blank space was there, LTrim is removing the space. Now coming to the RTrim, what RTrim will do? RTrim will be doing, the RTrim will be removing the spaces present in the right hand side. So RTrim will be remove the spaces present in the right hand side. So you can see it removes all the spaces present in the right hand side. Now coming to the trim, what trim will be doing? Trim will be removing the spaces present in both left hand and right hand side. It doesn't remove the spaces in between the character. It's remove the spaces between right hand and left hand side. Suppose example, select trim. Arpita.
For RTrim, you have given space in between the tutorial and star, right? So I think it didn't trim.
So yeah, but
We can still see SQL space, some spaces, and then
wait a
star.
minute. Let's see. Yeah, just a minute.
What does star say here?
No, I'm just giving it to make you understand that What? So that you will easily identify that it doesn't make any sense, but I'm just giving you the dash so that you will come to know that the space got removed or not. That's because of that reason I'm giving it.
But
Okay, it
space will
doesn't
be
make any
removed
sense
if it is.
basically.
No, Arpita, it will remove the space after all the characters end, right? So space and one character is there. That's why it didn't remove.
Yeah, in between the thing, it doesn't remove. So basically it will remove the right hand side, but here you cannot, for Rtrim, it is like if you copy this one and check it in the Excel, then it will show you. But here it is very difficult to figure it out for Rtrim. But Rtrim
Now
will
I can
remove the
figure it out.
spaces from the
Now,
left hand side.
yeah, that I understood. But now only it's like trimmed. With star, it didn't trim.
Yeah, because I have put one character, right? So because of that, it didn't consider.
Yeah.
Okay, so similarly for trim, what will happen? The trim will remove the character from both left and remove remove the blank spaces between both left and right hand side. You see here. Trim will be removing the space in between space. It won't remove. It will just remove the space from the left hand side and right hand side. That is trim. In between the character, if any space is there, trim doesn't remove. Then coming to the upper will make the letter in upper cases. Upper, what will do? It will make the letter in upper cases. For example, upper, I am putting my name. So it will show the letter in the uppercase. That is the upper. And lower will convert the letter into the lower cases. This is the lower. Now coming to the one more function, that is reverse. It will use for the reversing the string. Reverse the string. Reverse the string, will use the reverse function. So what is the reverse you'll use? Select reverse. You can see here, you will see this is got reverse. So this is reverse function. What will do? It will reverse the all character in a given string. Now next is length. Length function, to calculate the length of a string, will be using length function. Select length, learning sequel. So length function will calculate the total length of a string. So here we have 12. So this string length, to get the length of the string, will be using length function. Now coming to the important concept, that is
Calculate space
substrings.
also,
What substrings?
Arpita?
Pardon?
Will it calculate the space also? Will it count the space also
Yeah,
between
space
learning
also,
and
length,
SQL?
calculate the space also.
Okay.
For example, let's take one more example.
Arpita,
Select.
can you explain the reverse again, please? After this
Reverse is used for the reversing the string. Like suppose my name is Arpita, right? If I reverse it, it will come in the from right to left values. It will show. See, ATIPRA. It will reverse the complete string.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, length of the string will be, it is taking the length of a particular, it will show the length of a string. For example, suppose you want to see whether it is calculating space or not. Let's check. Basically, it should show the fourth. Let's see. What is, okay, I have not put the fourth. See, it is showing 4. Basically, 3 character is there and I have given 1 space. So it is taking the space as well. Now coming to the substring. So what substring will be doing? Substring is the, substring return the substring part of a given expression. For example, you have, like I will write the MySQL is a database. MySQL is a database. Okay, this is MySQL is a database and I want to retrieve only MySQL from this string. So how we'll be doing it? Select substring, then write here MySQL is a database. Then after this, you need to mention what is your starting position. Starting position is my 1 and my end position is 5 because M is in the first one. M is the first. Then L is my 5th number character. So I'm mentioning like this. Let's see. MySQL. I got it. So to extract particular string, a particular value from the string, you will be using MySQL. We'll take one more example. Suppose
Here the index is starting from 1.
yeah, index is starting from the 1 to 5. I'm mentioning here the index value. What is the first one? So here my index is the first. You can start from, suppose we want to extract only database part. So what we'll do? Select substring.
It counts the spaces also, right?
Yeah, it considers space as well. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably 10 it is, not sure. Let's put 10 to, I'll put length of the string, length of this particular thing. Let's see. See, in my starting position was 10. I've given length of the string. So my length of the strings will be the this particular whole string, right? So it is my, suppose my length of the string is 14, then it will be taking the 14 value. So that's what I've taken. My starting position is 10 and the length of the string. So it will be, my starting index is the 10 and the length of the string will be the ending index. So it will extract the data from starting from the 10 to end it. So substring is clear or anyone has a doubt? Because this is very important. Substring you will be using multiple times whenever you are doing the testing. Anyone has doubt in substring?
Arpita.
Yeah?
No.
No, right? Clear?
No.
Okay. Next we'll be going for after sorry. After
Arpita,
substring.
one minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Length is showing the length of
Length of? Yeah, your voice is breaking. Go ahead.
Can you please go to the SQL form?
Yeah, tell me.
You said length of MySQL is database, right? So it will show the length, right? But
no, that's what it is calculating the length. I have taken my starting position is 10 and my length of the string I have calculated in by writing the script here. You can see what is the length of the string here, but I'm not taken separately and calculated there. In query itself, I'm calculating it. See, what is the length of MySQL database, this particular string? What is the length? You will be getting it over here. 17. So instead of calculating separately, I am putting it here because I do not know what is the total string of this, total length of this string. So I have just dynamically put length of this particular string. I have not put the static value. I have assigned this value dynamically. Okay.
So how it's gonna take the 10th index number?
10 I have given. 10 I have given the static value. Here it is, here I have not given the end of the index. I have not given static. I have given the dynamically.
Means it takes the 10th index to 17th index. What is the characters are there? It shows, right?
17 you want to put. You will not get any values. 0.
Okay, I'm
Because
not
you are
asking
calculating
17.
from the end of the string. So there won't be any values. Suppose if you calculate from S16, then you will be getting only E. SE you will be getting 16 and 17 index.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay,
Okay, got it.
Okay.
got it.
So next, till anyone has doubt till this, like ASCII character, altrim, rtrim, upper, lower, reverse, length, and substring. Anyone has doubt?
No, Arpita.
No.
Okay. Now let's go to the char index. Char index, before char index, let's go to the left. What is left? It will extract the return the number of character from left sides of the given character. Okay. So what it will do? Suppose select left. Will take the same string. MySQL is a database. Okay. Here I want to extract the first 5 data from the left hand side. 5 means first 5 data. I am extracting it from 0 to till 5. So what it will return? It will give me the MySQL, because from left hand side to till 5 record, I am extracting it. Suppose you want to extract in this way, either you can use substring, you can use MySQL, like left also. Similarly, right, what will do? Right, it will be using to extract the data from the right hand side. You can mention any like any values, from right hand side, which number till which number index you are extracting it, you can mention and you can extract the data. Suppose I am giving here MySQL is database and I want to extract the data till 8 position. Yeah, till 8. From right hand side, I want to extract the data till 8. So here what will happen? You can see only I'm getting the data as a database. Where for right hand side, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 from right hand side, the 8 value I'm getting the output as a database. So left, right, it is clear or anyone has doubt?
Clear.
No.
Oh. Clear, right?
Yes, Arpita.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead with the next. Next is the char index. Return the static position, return the starting position of a specified expression in the character string. So how we'll be mentioning the char index? Suppose let me take a table. So let's start from employee. Okay, let me take a table over here. Employee table. Let's see whether it has data or not. Okay, it doesn't have email ID. Let me take a table which has email ID. No, it doesn't have email ID. Let me see. I have put a table. I have put a table which has email ID. So let me check which table has email ID over here. This table, employee table. Let me create it again. Okay, so now what we'll do, I need to extract this. And after this, at whatever value is there, I need to extract that one. Okay, so what I need to extract the domain name. This is my domain name. This AA.com, AA.com, CC.com, these all are my domain name. So I need to extract that one. So how I'll do it? Select char index. See, here it is mentioning search expression. My search expression is at, comma, expression to be searched. email, yeah, email. See, it is giving me the position of this particular domain. It is giving the position of this particular index. Like it is giving me the position of this particular at values. It is 4. It is char index will give you the position of the particular values. Now my next is the, I need to extract this value aa.com. So how I'll do it? See here, what I'll do, I'll use substring. This car index is my starting positions. Now I'll give the length of the email, means that is my end values from the employee. Wait a minute. Yeah, from employee latest. What is this? It requires the 4 values. Yes, substring. I'm taking 1. Acha, here I'll take the email. Email, comma, sorry, comma. See, I'm getting length of the string, length of the email. Sorry, this is +1 because my value is 4. So I want to exclude that one. So this will be argument data type integer. Okay, see, I'm explaining you what I have done. First in this first values, the car index, it is giving me the exact position of this particular at the rate where it is there in this particular email. So what I'm doing, I'm just putting this get in the email. What is the position of this at the rate? I'm extracting here from this table from using this car index. Okay. Here I'm extracting the values. What is the car index of this? But in email, what is the car index of the at the rate? That I'm extracting over here. The first query, I'm extracting the car at the rate. Where what is the position of this at the rate in this under this email column? It's a email values. For this email values, what is the my position of at the rate? I'm identifying it. Car index will give the exact position of the particular values whichever you are searching it. That car index will do. So after getting the car index, my aim is to get this domain name. So how I'm getting the domain name? See, I'm getting for this particular, let's put one particular name where name equal to palm. Name equal to palm. Okay. Valid column name is not there. Let me see what is I've given. Acha, first name I've taken. So where first name equal to palm. This is my script. Here for this particular palm, let me put it star so that you guys can easily understand. So, what is this happening? See, for palm, if you'll see here, palm, PAM palm, then at the rate. The at the rate is there in the 4th number position. Okay, so car index is giving me this at the rate position is 4. Now my aim is I need to extract this domain. So what I did, I have taken the substring in which particular column I am extracting the data from which particular column I am extracting the domain name. It is the email column. So I have given the email. Then rather using the static value, like I could have input that 4 comma, then I could have input the 5th comma, then length of the string, like length of the email. I could have been given static value, but Here I'm putting it in dynamically. So what I did, I have taken the substring for which column I want to get this domain name, email column. So here I have given the email. Then I want to get the position of this @ because I need to extract the domain from this domain name from this email string. So I am getting the car index. I'm getting the particular @ values from email for using this car index. So I'm getting the @ position. I got the @ position as a 4. Then what I'm doing, I'm adding 1 to this 4 plus 1 5. So I want to get the this domain name, and it is starting from the 5th number value. So here I have added 1 plus 1 I did to get the domain values plus 1. Then what I did, so from starting is my 5, I came to know my length of end of the index will be what? My end of length of the string. Length of the email, length of the string is what? Column name is my email. So I have given here length of the email to get the domain name. So here you can see, I'll be getting the domain name for this param. PAM. PAM is the domain name. If you'll see here, I'm getting it as a bb.com because I have starting position is 5th and my end index is the length of the string. So it is extracting from the 5th to the length of the string, and my output I'm getting is bb.com. That is my domain name. So clear? Anyone has any doubt? Guys, any doubt? Car index is little complicated, so you need to understand it.
Can
Any
we
doubt or car? Yeah.
go over this again? So select substring, email, car index. I understood. We need to get the exact position of the
See,
string. What
what
we look-
substring will be doing? See, I'll put the same thing. First you understand this one. Okay. Let's do this one. First you understand. Substring will do what? First I need to put the column name. Then I need to put the starting index. My starting index is 5. Then I need to put the end of the index. What is my length of the string? Let me identify it. Length of the email from, this is my table name. So here I'm getting the length of the email. Okay. So the length of the email, I'm getting it as a, so okay, where first name equal to Pam. So this is my length of the email. So my length of the email is 11. So here what I'm giving substring, the column name, my starting index is 5th and my ending index is 11 from this particular employee table with this, where this
name is equal to
first name is this. So what you are getting? You are getting the domain. So this we have done in a static way. I'm putting this value in like I'm putting the index value here, right? This is I have done in the static way. But now I want to replace this 5 with the dynamic value. So how we'll do it? Select substring. Email is my column name. Now, instead of 5, what I did, I used the car index function. I want to get this starting position of the string. So what I did, I used the car index functions. So to get car index functions, I used @, email. So let's do this much fast. See, if I'll use the car index function to get the domain, like get the @ position, what I'll do, select car index,
starting index.
@ comma, the particular column name, email from employee latest, where first name equal to Pam. So this I did it, and I got the starting position of the @ it is starting position is 4. But you can see here I need the 5. So what I'll do, 4 plus 1 is 5, right? The same I did it here. What I did after getting the values of this using car index, I just added 1 here. Okay. Then again I put a comma. Here I have taken the length of the email. You are getting as a 11. 11th is nothing but the length of the email. So here I am putting it as a length of the email. Okay. Then from particular table. From this table. That's all. Instead of putting the value statically, I'm putting it dynamically. So now it is clear, or any doubt? Any doubt? Guys, any doubt? Or you are still not able to understand?
Okay. Let's go.
Are you able to understand or still have doubt? Let me know.
King and queen. Where's king? Where's queen? Wah, wah.
I have understood, but still, I'm not so much confident about it.
Which one you are not understanding it?
+1, then we are taking the length of the email, like.
See, instead of 11, 11 is what? 11 is my length of the string, right? Length of the string. It is my end of the index.
Got it.
So I'm putting here that instead of 11, I'm putting the length of the email. That's all.
And why we are doing this +1?
See,
For-
my car index for this particular domain, I'm getting it as a 4. But
Got it.
I need to start from the 5. So because of that, I'm putting it as a +1.
Okay. Okay.
This will give me the value as a 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So my starting index is 5 over here. So instead of 5, I'm putting it as, I'm taking the values of car index of the domain plus 1 I'm doing.
+1. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I move the next one?
Yes, for me.
Shall I move next?
Yes, Arpita.
Yes, Arpita.
Okay. Okay. So next is the, I will explain you the replace function. So replace function will, what will do? It will replace value. It will replace the value with the other values. So let me take an example of any table for replace functions. Do I have any table for replace functions? Let me see. Let's start from persons. Okay, see here you have a job ID SWW. For Einstein, the job is S. S means scientist. Dickenson, W is W. Dickenson, Dickens, it is W. Dickenson also it is W. So what I'll do, I'll replace the S with replace with S means S is scientist. I'll replace with S instead of S. I'll replace with scientist. So how I'll use? Select, replace. Achha, let's put one thing. Select star from persons, dbo.person. Okay. Now instead comma replace. What is the column name? It is the job, comma. What I'll be replacing it? S. With what value I'm replacing it? Scientist. Then and the bracket. See, my S value, it the new column. Then let me put it as a derived job name. It replaced with instead of S, and instead of S, I got the values as a scientist. Okay. So replace function will replace the particular values with the another values. You can apply, do the multiple replace. You can see if I can put one more replace, saying replace, then comma, then W, comma, waiter. See, now W replace with waiter. You can add multiple replace with like you need to just add one more replace. You can do multiple replace at a time. Replace function basically replace the value with another new values. That is the replace functions. You can add multiple replace function in one single select statement. Okay. Clear about replace function?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Next go to, yeah, go ahead. Anyone is saying anything? Anyone is saying anything?
No, Arpita. You can just
Okay.
continue.
Okay. Let's go to the next is the date time function. Guys, if I'll take another 5-10 minutes, is it fine for you? I'll finish the date time function, then we'll wrap up. Is it fine?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Arpita.
Okay. So select to get the system date or the current date and time. What function you need to use? Select get date as get date. So it will give you the current date, a date stamp and a date time stamp. So my current date is 12/12 today and it time is 8:53. This is my system time. Okay. So this is your get date function you will be using to get the system date. Similarly, if you want to get the UTC date, so what you will write? Get. Similarly, you will write UTC. So UTC, get UTC date. This will give you the your UTC date time. See, here it is giving the UTC date time. So now as per the UTC time, it is 3:24 p.m. So you know, right? From IST to UTC, it is 5.5 hours. So UTC time is 3:24. This is my UTC time. I'm getting it. So get date will give you your system date time, the current date time, and get UTC date will give you the get UTC date time. So suppose it is coming in the time, date and time, and minute, second, you are getting everything. Suppose someone will ask you, you have a requirement, you want to get only the date part of this. You do not want this, you do not want the time, minute, second, all this stuff. So how you will do it? So in that case, what we'll do? We'll cast it to the date. Okay. So what we'll do? Cast is the conversion functions. You can cast it from the int to varchar to int, then varchar to date, date to varchar. You can cast it to any form, float to n varchar, like this. You can convert into any data type. So you use a function called cast functions. Again, these functions varies from the database to database. But in SQL Server, we say it is a cast function. So what it will do? You will write select get date and cast get date as date. That's all. It will give you only the date part. It will not give you the time. So if you have date and time and you want to convert it to date only, use cast function. Similarly, if you have in varchar, you need to convert it to int, just write cast as int. Or if you have int and convert it to n varchar, you write cast as n varchar. Okay. So the cast function is a conversion function. It will convert from one data type to another. The next is
Arpita?
the, yeah,
Arpita, could you please write it for the string function?
which function?
Cast for string.
Cast. Cast is a conversion function which generally
No,
used to
I'm
convert.
asking you said you have to write a string instead of cast, right?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I'm asking we have to write string instead of cast. That's you are saying, right?
No. This is, see, get date is a function, right? You can see,
Okay.
suppose it's an example. So let me take an example. Suppose this is an employee table, okay? Here my first name is N Varkar. I want to convert it to Varkar. So how will we doing it? See, select cast, okay? I need to mention the column name. What is my column name? The first name, right? First name. It is in N Varkar. First name, as Varkar 50. I'll put. You need to mention the data type also. Here it is date. Date itself is a data type and it doesn't have any length. So I'm not mentioning it. But for other data type, you need to mention as a date length, data type length as well. So here I put it as a select cast name as a var from. I'm converting from N Varkar to Varkar. See, it got converted. Okay. Sometimes, no, while doing the join, if the column, if you are joining two tables, but the column of one table is N Varkar and the other column table is Varkar, and you are building the relationship between the two tables using that particular column. So you will be getting data type conversion error. It will throw you error that you cannot join with N Varkar with Varkar. So in that time, you need to use the cast function to convert it to the either N Varkar to Varkar or Varkar to N Varkar. Both the data types should be same, the column whichever you are using for the joining the two tables. Do you guys understand cast or not?
Yes, Arpita.
Okay. Next, two more function we'll discuss. That is sys date time. So what sys date time will do is whether it is applicable over here. Get date time is nothing but the sys date time. Let me see. Sys date time. It will give you the system date time with the with minutes, second, everything it will come in. 8:59, then I think it is 4 seconds, then I think it is in milliseconds. So everything it is showing in sys date. But whereas the get date, let's do it. What is the difference between these two? We'll see. Get date will be giving you the till this, like it is not giving properly the millisecond one. Till this it is second, till second it is fine, but here it is getting truncated in get date. But here it is showing the exact millisecond value in sys date time. Sys date time, the more fraction second precision. Your seconds will be in more precise format in sys date time. Okay. Then next go to the sys date UTC time. So let's take the get UTC date. And let's take the sys UTC date. Sys UTC date time. Okay. So here you can see the same way. Here it is like get UTC date. You are getting the second. Here it is in more precise way. It is more precise version. If you want the second should be more precise, then go with sys UTC date time. If you do not want more precise way, then you use get UTC date. Generally, we use get UTC only, but again, it is your requirement. If you want a more precise way, go with the system UTC date time. Then there is one more called the system time offset. Select sys time offset. Let's see what is the difference between the sys time. See, here you are in sys time offset, this 5 hours 30 minutes, which is the UTC time difference between the IST and the this. So that time also here it is getting added. Means offset is getting added in the sys time offset. That is the difference between the sys date time and the sys time offset. Offset will get it in the sys date time offset, but here you will be getting only the sys UTC date time. Clear? Guys, you understood all this?
Offset, can you repeat that offset one?
Offset is nothing but, see, sys date time, you have till this 588094. In both the places, it will be same. Let me put it as a sys date time and sys date time offset. So in both the places, this is the sys date time. This is the sys date time. If you see here also the sys date time offset, both are same. Only this 5 hours 30 minutes, which is the UTC time with the IST difference. That time only here it is like getting added. The GMT time that is getting only added in the sys date time offset. Okay, that's the only difference.
And
You
what
can
is
see
5:30?
that is what your GMT time, like in from India to GMT, like in London, in UK, it will be like we are 5.5 hours behind ahead of that UK time. So that time is 5 hours 30 minutes. So that time here it is adding it. GMT time is here it is getting added. This 5 hour 30 minute is the difference between the IST and DST time.
Okay. So it's showing the
Pardon?
difference hours.
Yeah, here it is showing plus 5 hours 30 means we are ahead of 5 hours 30 minutes.
Okay, got it.
In sys date time, you say that here it is showing that 3:32. This is our GMT time, like it is our GMT time. But here you can see I'm getting 9:02. It is plus 5 hours 30 minutes, means we are ahead of 5 hours 30 minutes. What is the offset between these two? It is 5 hours 30 minutes. We are ahead of 5 hours 30 minutes. That is, it is showing.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, then we'll end up today's class over here. Tomorrow we'll be discussing few more date time functions. Then I'll be discussing the constant. Guys, I'll be sending you one SQL query assignment. You guys can practice. And if you have any doubt, we'll discuss in the class later. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Arpita.
You guys can practice. I'll be sending few assignment. I'll sending it to you. Today yesterday I was not able to get time to prepare it. Today I'll prepare, probably today night or tomorrow morning in the class I'll share it. Okay. So today's class, anyone has any doubt?
Till now, no, Arpita. We'll go through the recording and then we'll come back.
No, you need to practice it. Okay, SQL you need to practice more and more. See, I'll tell you the backbone of ETL testing is the SQL. If you are good in a SQL, you can clear any interview. If you do not know the SQL, then it's very difficult to clear the interview. So SQL, you should be perfect. Okay? Okay, fine. If you have any doubt, let me know. Tomorrow's class, we'll discuss fast, then we'll go ahead with the new topic.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Arpita.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arpita.